At this time that I was catching up on my high school with Russell Brown, Bert was going to college out in Red Deer, Alberta, and he'd been telling me about these horse sales out there. And I had a little money ahead then, so I sent him some money and got him to buy a carload of horses. I think, I don't know, seems to me it was 18 horses.
Do you remember how much you paid for them?
Well, I don't know really what it was. I couldn't tell you. There wasn't any great amount, but it was probably the whole carload cost me, I would say $2,000 or $3,000, somewhere in that range. Time I paid the, and they shipped them down, and they sent a man with them, and we had to pay the freight on the horses and pay the man, and he landed in Sussex with them, and I guess it was 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. I know it was dark, and we'd sort of spoken ahead to some of the neighbors to help us when they came, and so they went with us, and we went down to Sussex. I know it was in the dark, the evening, and anyway, the man that came with them was very efficient as far as that goes, and he unloaded them, and we I guess they had haulers on them, most of them, and we led a few of them, and the rest of them just walked along behind and followed them. And we led them 6 miles from Sussex.
It was probably pretty late by the time you got home. It must have been pretty late.
Well, it probably was. I don't know what time it was. It was after dark anyway.
Yeah.
And they just followed along. And anyway, we had a place in one of Lee's barn. It was just a hay barn, and we had a place there where we tied them in a row. I don't know what I say, whether it was 16 or 18, so it was 18. And anyway, we woke up in the morning, and about half of them had got loose and were out in the barnyard. And I thought, we'll never see those fellas again. They'll run away. But you know, they were so tame that you could walk up to them anyway. I was surprised those western horses would be as tame as they were.
Yeah.
So we played with them. We hitched them up. Lee had a mare. She was a really a fantastic animal. She could run. And anyway, when we hooked these new ones up, of course that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to run. And there was a fellow there, a neighbor. He was kind of a wise man, and he said, don't try to stop them from running. He said, let them run until they get tired of running. Well, on that place of Lee's up Mount Pisgah, it was all uphill. So he had a mare there. She was a frisky thing, and she could outrun any of them. And so when we would hook them up, just hit them for that hill. And she would outrun the rest of them, and pretty soon after they'd run as much as they wanted to, they'd stop, and that's all they wanted to. Once they ran themselves out, they didn't want to run anymore.
So do you remember, were some of them fillies and some of them stallions, or
well, yeah, they were
mix?
A mixture, yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
So anyway, we fooled around with them a bit, and then we had an auction. I guess we'd sold a few, and there were some lovely horses there. And anyway, we had an auction and sold most all of them. I guess there was a few maybe that we'd bought in. We bid against them, you know, to get the price up some. And but I guess most all of them went. And that's pretty much the story of them.
And you at least made your money back on those.
Oh, we made a little bit, no great amount. We didn't go in debt and we did make a little bit
Yeah.
of money, but
Huh.